The Legend of Zelda is one of the best video game series ever made. This is not a hot take by any means, it's common knowledge. And one of the series' greatest strengths comes in the form of its iconic hero, Link. The character of Link, whose name is a reference to the link between a player and their avatar, is almost always a blank slate. He doesn't speak, and he has very few defined characteristics, allowing players to project their own thoughts and feelings onto him. And this is one of the key reasons why the Zelda games are so very immersive. However, when adapting Link into a different medium, well, it's not really feasible to do so without bestowing him a voice or personality, outside of Brave. And that's how we ended up with this.
Nice job, hero!
Hey, excuse me, princess.
That quote is most commonly associated with the Zelda cartoon's version of Link. And all I can say to that is that if I was Steve Martin, I'd be pissed.
Well, excuse me!
Okay, let's talk about DiC's Zelda cartoon. Airing in 1989 as a semi-frequent segment of the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, only 13 episodes of this cartoon were created, before it and the Super Show were cancelled. This show is a retelling of the original Legend of Zelda, with a few nods and references to the Adventure of Link. This is especially clear given that the Triforce of Courage doesn't appear in this show. It hasn't been released from the Great Palace yet. And the main difference in this telling of the story is that instead of being a heroic 10-year-old rescuing a princess he's never met, this Link is an uncomfortably horny young teenager who serves as Zelda's knight and stalker. On that note, let's take a deep dive into why this show didn't quite stick the landing. First, we have Episode 1, The Ringer. So, first impressions? Not bad, actually. The score for this show is surprisingly solid, faithfully recreating tracks from the games. The animation, surprisingly for DiC, is passable, genuinely good at points. And yes, Link has brown hair, but this Link has pink hair, so honestly not a big deal.
Looking good, princess, especially from this angle.
And here's where the show immediately tanks all my goodwill. Link in this show is an insufferable goddamn sex pest. And I get it, he's a teenage boy, he lives in a fantasy world, it'd be weird for him not to be a bit of a hormonal mess. But Link absolutely takes the piss, I'm sorry. Before Link can get out of his pajamas and into his iconic Peter Pan cosplay, he is attacked by a trio of decent-looking but dorky-sounding Moblins.
Hold it while I get the Triforce.
And it quickly becomes apparent that Link in this show rarely ever uses his sword to directly slash enemies, instead opting to outmaneuver them, use improvised weaponry, or just zap them with magic blasts. This was typical for such heavily scrutinized kids shows at the time, with the Ninja Turtles being the biggest offenders. But for Link, it actually kind of works, because if Breath of the Wild players have taught me anything, it's that simply exchanging blows with your enemies is for basic bitches. Oh snap! Those sound effects are straight from the first game. Okay, you're starting to win me over again.
Ow!
Don't you ever whistle at me again!
I may never whistle again, period.
Don't you ever clean in here?
Excuse me, princess.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Link in this show is also super obnoxious. He's whiny, arrogant, most of his interactions with Zelda boils down to bickering. I can't believe I'm saying this, but the Link from the CDI games is more likable than this one. Still a horny creep, but he wasn't also an asshole to boot. So this is Ganon, and while he doesn't command any of the terrifying presence that he's supposed to, I do immediately love his constant, unnecessary teleporting. It's like he's following a boss pattern 24/7. Zapping around the arena isn't just for combat, it's his default way of living.
There is a contest of amateur magicians in Hyrule today. I shall enter that contest.
Oh, Ganon, don't be so hard on yourself. I don't care what Smash's tier lists say, you are far from an amateur. Unable to spam teleports outside of his lair, Ganon heads out in style.
I merely wish to enter this contest.
Are you an amateur magician then?
I am.
Fine. Wait your turn.
Well, sucks to be the four guys holding up the litter, I guess.
This is my best spell, Your Highness. It removes the stinkiness from my dirty socks.
Ah, yes, if it isn't Lord Schneider, the pedomancer. Pedomancer. Pedo. Feats.
She's a snot. You should stick with me.
Sprite, you're only 3 inches high.
What? You don't like short girls?
Everything about that interaction is weird, and any jokes I make about it will also be weird. I'm going to pass on that one. In a bid to distract Link away from the Triforce, Ganon stealthily slips a goddamn dragon into the courtyard. And without much in the way of a royal guard to subdue the beast, Link is forced to leave his post and do it himself.
Move it, you boneheads! Get us out of here!
Ganon's got the Triforce of Wisdom.
And he's getting away! We'll never catch him now!
You can't outrun 4 Stalfaces carrying a fully grown pig man? Lazy bastards, the lot of you. Oh yeah, this is how you speedrun.
How are we going to get down?
Yeah! Inexplicably, the fall damage is minimal, and Link continues to be the worst.
Saved your life again. Kiss me.
I fuck up!
They intercept Ganon, leading to a showdown. And here's another glimmer of positivity. Despite being the subject of constant sexual harassment, Zelda in this show is not afraid to get into the thick of battle. Something that only a handful of these Zeldas from the games can claim.
No, you imbeciles! Get them like this!
Thanks, Ganon.
That actually rules. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. If not for Link's creepiness, this show so far would be pretty good. I can even get behind the goofier take on Ganon, since this predates his genuinely scary appearance in Ocarina of Time.
What do you want?
A kiss. Come on.
No.
Then we stay like this.
Hey Link, that's a very efficient way of getting yourself executed. So, hey, maybe if you're a huge perv who doesn't understand consent, this depiction of Link actually fits in with the characterization you've projected onto him. And if that's the case, then good for you. Also, please go away. The running gag here is that Horndog Link always gets lip blocked, which doesn't feel like quite enough comeuppance for him, if I'm being honest. So, with Ganon defeated, the episode comes to a close.
You'll pay for this!
Do the Mario! Swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario. Take one step and then again. Let's do the Mario all together now. Come on now, just like that.
Anyways, so far, Link sucks. Most everything else is passable. Let's watch episode 4, Kiss and Tell. This episode begins with Zelda out on a morning horse ride, since Link was too lazy to get out of bed. She finds a young woman being attacked by Gleeok, who are easily the most charming characters I've seen yet.
Save me from this three-headed freak!
Hey, watch the insults, will you? Yeah, that's not in the script.
Zelda pulls a Mario 2 and incapacitates Gleeok by flinging produce at them. She then tries to rescue Ganon's spy.
No! I want to be rescued by a handsome hero!
Okay, I know where this is going. I've seen the Shrek series. Eventually, they'll fall in love and live happily ever after. Oh, wait, no. Link's here to ruin everything. Link himself has a tussle with Gleeok, zapping 2 of their heads, but struggling to overcome the third. And Zelda, adamant in completing a fruit-only run, drops the beast with a banana peel.
Please let me give you a kiss to show my gratitude.
Oh, boy.
Ha! Now that's what I like to hear. Pay attention, Princess. You could learn something.
How do you get more unlikable with every line of dialogue? Whatever fate befalls Link here, I can guarantee it's not enough.
What's the matter, Link? You don't like my charms anymore?
Given how pent up this kid is, I'm surprised the Gibdo reveal is a deal breaker for him. This right here is what certain circles refer to as a MILF. Thanks to his now webbed hands, Link fumbles with his sword. As if that's any excuse whatsoever. And in keeping with the ongoing theme of this episode, Zelda has to bail him out yet again. And in the first scene I've watched where Link isn't a complete dickhead, he gets genuinely torn up over losing his human form. It's weirdly touching.
I'll always be your friend.
Thank you, Zelda.
Kinda makes you wish that this show followed a linear narrative in which Link could have a meaningful character arc, becoming less of a twat. But rest assured, the status quo will be maintained by the end of this episode. Ganon takes this moment of weakness as an opportunity to capture Zelda. This leaves Link, now in frog form, to spend the rest of the episode trying to get turned back to normal.
Ganon may have his faults, but he does do the classics well. The cure is simple. You must be kissed by a princess of her own free will.
Of her free will? Oh mate, you're fucked. Link sets out as a frogman to save Zelda, get a kiss from her, and zap Ganon out of commission again. And between his big hops and newfound wall climbing ability, stealthing through Ganon's lair is a cakewalk. Honestly, I'm surprised he doesn't consider staying a frog.
So, I like the way he is.
Yeah, I ship it. With Frog Link out for the count again, Sprite the Fairy pecks him on the cheek, which turns him back. He dunks on Ganon, the gang bail, and in the end, Sprite explains how she was able to do so.
My father was the king of the fairies, you know. That makes me a princess.
Wow, Sprite. You could have solved this all way sooner if you took initiative. Good hustle. Episode 7 is simply called Doppelganger.
Left a souvenir. A force field ring. Just what I always wanted for Christmas.
Jesus confirmed for Hyrule. Jesus, Mary and Joseph can now be added to the extensive Zelda timeline. Somebody call Kotaku, they need to know about this! After seeing his Moblins get trashed yet again, an exasperated Ganon tries a new spell. This spell warps a cursed mirror directly into Zelda's room. And despite her immediately recognizing that this mirror is of unknown origin, she uses it anyway. Enter Dark Zelda. The original Zelda is bagged up and dragged into the mirror world. And Link, responding to the chaos, turns up to defeat the Moblins. One of whom unintentionally breaks the mirror.
Thank goodness you're here.
Well, hey, that's what heroes are for.
No second take on that one? I think he was supposed to have been cut off by Dark Zelda smooching him.
Finally!
Oh boy, there's that good Deke jank. I was missing that. With her means of escape being broken, Dark Zelda dupes Link into dragging the Triforce all the way to Ganon's lair. Although he's quick to deduce that she is in fact a fake, he doesn't immediately call her out on it. Most likely to get more makeout sessions out of her.
Better now?
Oh yes, much better.
Good. Come on.
Wow, not only is Link a hero, he's an impressionist as well.
Link!
Zelda!
Oh boy, here we go.
A chase scene ensues, looking like a cross between Labyrinth and Scooby-Doo. And when confronted by some Octoroks, Link finally uses his new force field. Not to deflect their projectiles, as you would expect, but to negate fall damage. I guess that lack of lateral thinking is why I'm not a Zelda expert. Anyways, the chase ends with the classic which one do I shoot conundrum. And in this instance, Link is able to use his long history of sexual harassment to his advantage. Dark Zelda gets fucking shot, which caught me off guard, I'm not gonna lie. And as with every other episode, Ganon gets dunked on. Episode 10 is named Hitch in the Works. This episode starts with Link skulking around the castle. Not for pervy reasons, like I thought he would be, but rather to neglect his chores and go fishing. Zelda catches him and sends him to work.
Now move.
Kiss?
My dude, she's not that into you, get over it. So far, you've only successfully locked lips with Ganon's minions. If you're that horny, join him. What even is the fuck?
Doof? What the heck was that?
I call this the Cleaninator. A group of Moblins attack yet again, and Link begins to take them on. It seems he's out of practice though, because the Moblins are able to catch him with a comically oversized net. Doofenshmirtz the Wizard comes in for the assist with the help of the cleaning robots, but all this does is lead to a double KO. Once he wakes up, Zelda gives Link a bollocking for dossing off, refusing to believe that he was in fact dealing with Moblins. And in response, Link concocts a scheme to play the hero and get out of doing his chores.
Could you, make up some fake Moblins that look real, I mean?
Well, I suppose so. But why?
That way, see? I can save Zelda from the fake Moblins and get out of doing these stupid chores.
Link didn't get the memo that stage whispering doesn't actually work.
Hey! Yeah!
Oh, Moblins.
Huh? Aren't you scared?
Why should I be?
Those reinforcements. You stupid. Oh my god. I know I've already made this connection, but that is one of the most Breath of the Wild things I've ever seen. I wouldn't be surprised if this scene directly inspired the shield surfing mechanic. Link manages to deal with some of the Moblins, but 2 of them manage to whisk Zelda back to Ganon's lair.
Welcome, my future bride.
What?
I don't ship that. I don't think any other piece of Zelda media, official or fan-made, has ever shipped that. I thought Hitch was the name of the robot. I thought this episode would be about the robot, but no. Ganon wants to marry a hypnotized Zelda in order to seize power. The robot was just there. Once again, Gleeok returns to fend off Link. But this time, he doesn't have any charming dialogue, so whatever. This weird shit happens, though. Episode 13, The Moblins Are Revolting. Just by its name alone, this is the one I'm most curious about. As with most episodes, we see a pair of Moblins sneaking into the castle, now kitted with ninja garb. But at the same time, a pair of Gorias are breaking in, and when the 2 pairs of infiltrators unwittingly collide, this happens.
Boy, I'm good.
That was actually funny. Easily the best scene I've watched so far.
You were in our way, jumping in the window right on top of us.
I don't get paid enough for this.
Ganon's the boss. We gotta follow his orders.
Why? We can do better. Let's kick him out.
Yeah, good idea. And I know just how to do it. Come here.
If these goofy-ass Muppet voices are what we're getting for the rest of the episode, sign me up. This is my kind of schlock. Ganon unveils a staff that can seal off magic users, unless they make contact with his Triforce of Power. This is obviously meant for Zelda, but this Moblin, who I'm now calling Jeff, uses it on Ganon himself.
We rule Underworld now! And first thing we do is get revenge on Link and Zelda!
So the entirety of Ganon's army lay siege to Hyrule Castle. Unfortunately for them, they're all a bit dim. You see this? This scene genuinely got a laugh out of me.
When I signal like this. No! Wait! It's too far! Not now! Wait, I said!
In fact, this whole siege had me giggling like an idiot. Between the goofy voices and the friendly fire, this is a wonderful farce, spoiled only by Link's interjections.
Not yet! We in charge now!
Ganon's gone?
Let's go get his Triforce!
Oh my god, they're pulling a Ganon. on Ganon. Of all the episodes to become the season finale, I'm so glad it was this one.
Almost forgot.
At Ganon's lair, Link and Zelda come face to face with a Dodongo, who I guess was too unruly to join in with the siege.
You saved us, Princess. Kiss me.
Oh my god, shut up. Why would getting saved earn you a kiss?
Both Triforces, and our kingdom will be safe forever.
And I'll be out of a job.
Not content with a graceful victory, Link goes full high school bully on Ganon. Oh, well done, Link. You've once again released the ultimate unkillable evil onto the world, solely by fucking around. Wait a second, what did he say a moment ago?
And I'll be out of a job.
You conniving, evil, horny motherfucker! You did that entirely on purpose! Ganon recalls and punishes his traitorous minions. And the episode ends with Zelda being rightfully pissed.
We almost had the Triforce. It was right there. But no, you had to start messing around.
I know, it was all my fault. So there's only one thing I can say, I guess.
And that is?
Excuse...
And that is a look at the Zelda cartoon. The final episode was easily the best of the bunch, and perfectly exemplified my main takeaway. That this show would actually be pretty charming if not for Link, who is the fucking worst. These specific incarnations of Link and Zelda would later appear in a crossover with Captain N, the Game Master. They also inspired the Valiant Comics depictions of the characters, and more regrettably, the Philip CDIs.
I guess that's worth a kiss, huh? Ha! I won!
And from all this, we learn a very important lesson. Link should never talk. We can't risk another r/nice guys Link dragging this series down.
Well, excuse me, Princess.
If you liked this video, please donate to my Patreon. Huge thanks to my £3.59 patrons, Anonymous, Dan Brown, Pixel Pusher, Pokepal, Shameboy, and Thomas Walker. I'll see you all again in my next episode.